Hello, Steve White, Steve RC9. Well, I haven't watched Peacemaker Season 2 yet. I didn't watch Season 1 till it came out on DVD. But they've changed the ending of Season 1. In the first episode of Season 2, they have a previously on, and they changed the shot of the Justice League from the end of Season 1, and they've replaced it with the lame Justice Gang. In here now they're pretending like it's in the same universe as the new Superman films, and always was. So it's so insulting to the intelligence of the audience and so hypocritical for them to do this when they said they had to get rid of Gal Gadot and Henry Cavill and Jason Momoa as the DC characters, even though we'd already, invested in them and liked them, because they were doing a new universe. And if you're going to do a new universe, everything has to change. You can't keep anything from the original. So they said, we don't have a choice. We have to get rid of these actors. We can't keep them. But then they kept Peacemaker, and apparently they're keeping Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn because these were James Gunn projects, and he just wanted to hold on to his things. And it's like, I can throw your stuff out. I don't care about the fans and the actors or anything. I'm just going to keep, my thing. And it's just so hypocritical to see a lot of the critics who will attack streaming services like Disney, who edit classic films or change and edit TV shows. And they will say, get physical media, keep physical media, so when they change something, you can keep the original, because when they change it, they'll always now show the new version and say, well, that's how it always was, and just gaslight people. And that's what they're doing here. They're gaslighting people into thinking, because some people are going to go straight from Superman to Peacemaker Season 2 and not realise it was in the original DC universe with Cavill and Gal and everyone. So the fact that people like John's, what's his name? John Campier and Robert Meyer Burnett are both just fawning over this and just so in love with what James Gunn did when they've attacked, studios like when Disney replaced Daryl Hannah's butt with CGI hair, and when they replaced some shots from Back to the Future and some other shows they edited as well. They got all upset because how dare they do that? They're changing things. They're stopping you from having the original. But yet this is what they're doing with Peacemaker, and they're fine with it because it's James Gunn, and for some reason there's such shields for James Gunn that this is okay, and it's just so hypocritical. And also we're hearing now as well another rumour about James Gunn with his lack of integrity. He was saying how, we are not going to start production on a movie until we've got a finished script, because that's how you do it, and we're not going to make the mistakes that Marvel did, which was part of the reason why they rebooted the DCU, because they weren't making Marvel money. They blamed it on creative choices and said, well, if we get a Marvel guy in and redo it and make it a Marvel universe, then we'll make, old Marvel money, because Marvel doesn't make money like that anymore. And it didn't happen. They threw out everything that we loved, kept just Peacemaker and now Margot Robbie. And the idea was they were supposed to attract more people and get Marvel money. Well, they didn't. They got about the same money for this Superman, less, probably I think 50 million less, but less attendance, because the only reason why the money's close is because of inflation. It actually had a lot less attendance. So they didn't attract new people. They didn't get a new audience. They just threw out some of the old audience who was attached to, the characters we've already invested in, and new people didn't come onto the new reboot. So they haven't succeeded in rebooting the show because they haven't gotten more people and more money than the original, and that was the whole justification for doing it. Well, it's not successful enough. Get a Marvel guy in and we'll redo it like a Marvel series, and then DC will be like Marvel and as successful as Marvel was, when Marvel isn't even successful anymore. Like, this made more money than Fantastic Four, the Superman movie. So yeah, it just annoys the hell out of me. And the idea that people will watch this and not realise they changed it and think it is in the same universe as Superman and not know it's in the same universe as the original DCU, and they're just pretending like it's in a different universe. Now, if they change the universes in the show, and now the show is set in that is sort of okay, but then you don't have to remove that shot, because you can say, well, we're in a different universe now. We've changed over to a different universe. Why they wouldn't do that, I don't understand. So it just doesn't make sense. It's insulting to the intelligence of the audience. There's no integrity there. And what I was saying before, I got lost in complaining about James Gunn, was the whole thing of we're not going to start any productions unless we've got a finished script, because we're so much better than Marvel who did that. Well, basically they've started production on the Wonder Woman film when they don't have a script, because even though they were ready to go with one of the other characters, they're not as popular as Wonder Woman. So James Gunn apparently has been talked into doing a Wonder Woman film, and they're prepping a Wonder Woman film, but they haven't done the script and that they're not actually prepared. But that's just, he's no better than Marvel, but yet he'll claim he is and gaslight people, and intelligent people can see the gaslighting and are offended by it because they have integrity. Other people are fooled, or they just chill out for some reason and just ignore that they know better. And I don't understand that. The intelligent people who know better really annoy me. Other people, I get it, they're just not very smart. They don't get, how things have changed. But I had to comment on this because it really annoyed me. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of James Gunn's lack of integrity.